Hi guys, Crystal Johnson here. I'm at Truth Fitness, your local gym in downtown Puyallup. It's Tuesday and we love to do videos about our people who are here at the gym. And we're gonna tag our guest right here, right now, and we're gonna hear his story. So I'm here with Dan Whitson. Dan's been with us for, how long have you been with us? About a year?
Exactly a year.
Exactly 1 year. Dan's gonna tell us a little bit about his CrossFit story, but just a little background on the gym before we get started. We've been here for 7 years. You know, we are called Truth Fitness. We are a CrossFit gym. We offer classes for kids all the way up through adults. We also have boot camp classes and we offer yoga classes for our groups on Saturdays. And what I like to do is give you guys kind of a picture into what some of our athletes are doing and kind of their background stories, because as I'm out in the community connecting with people, I hear people who have questions about CrossFit, or they're nervous about CrossFit, or they think that they have to be in shape at a certain level to do CrossFit, or they feel like maybe they just wouldn't fit in. And my goal is to let you guys know that anyone can do it. And we have a collection of testimonials on our YouTube channel, which is Truth Fitness Project. And so Dan is here. He's going to tell us his story. He's got a unique story. Maybe his story is something like you have, or maybe something you've experienced. And we just want to get you guys to get to know some of our people that we have here at the gym. So, like we mentioned, Dan, you've been here for a year, but tell us about you. Who are you? What do you do? You know, what have you done as far as fitness? Maybe apart from here.
Okay.
You know.
Well, my name's Dan. I'm 33. I moved here about 3 years ago from Maryland, and I started a whole new career, a whole new life here. And
Are you a secret spy?
not a secret spy.
Oh, okay.
No.
You're not in the witness protection program? Okay, good. I just wanted to clear that up. Okay.
And before CrossFit, I did a lot of running and like lifting here and there, and I would go to the gym here and there, but I would always go to the gym and then I'd stop, and I'd go to the gym and I'd stop, and it got boring to me.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a pretty common story. Go to the gym, get bored.
Yeah. I hate going to the gym. I hate the repetition of
Right.
it. I mean, I like the gains that I would get from it, but more or less I would just get burnt out of just going to the gym, because for me, I just like being a part of something. I like competition and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And since high school, I hadn't had that until I came here.
Were you in sports in high school?
Yeah, I was in football in high school.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that's cool. You kind of have an athletic background, so you've probably tried to stay active since then. That's just my guess. I get a lot of these stories, where, people try to stay active and they try to find something that kind of appeals to that maybe competitive nature that you have.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty competitive, and I think that part of a lot of what CrossFit brings is that competitive edge that I'm looking for. Not that I want to beat everyone. It's more like a...
That's not true. He doesn't want to beat him.
Well, I want to. I think it just brings me to another level to show me something that I can do more.
Yeah,
of. I can be better at. I see someone doing something, I think, okay, maybe I can do that too.
Yeah,
maybe I
that's
can
true.
beat that time too.
Yeah,
and so
that's a great
where,
perspective.
as far as competition goes, that's what I love about it, is that, if you see your peers doing it, maybe you can do it too.
Yeah, that's true. So what made you try CrossFit?
Well, I was in a bit of like a hard time in my life, and I'm new to the area, so I had heard of CrossFit before and I really wanted to try it, and so I just sort of looked up, as soon as I was going through all this craziness in my life, I looked up a CrossFit gym, and I found this one.
Yay.
And I joined.
That's awesome. Because you were kind of transplanted here in Puyallup. Is that why? Okay,
yeah,
so
exactly.
the Google machine helped you get here.
Exactly.
And so did you know anyone who did CrossFit?
I didn't know anyone that did CrossFit.
Okay.
No.
Awesome. So you just took a leap.
I just took
Pretty
a
much.
leap. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and I knew I had some friends back home that had done CrossFit, and they said they found a community. I was really looking for community at that point in my journey.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you were just looking for something to be a part of.
Exactly.
Basically. And
Yeah.
hopefully it was within the fitness realm because you want to be fit and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So what has happened in the last year that you've been here with your fitness? Kind of tell us that experience from starting and learning all these new things.
Yeah, well, I'll start right now. Right now I'm in the best shape of my life. Like from high school to now, I've never been in better cardiovascular shape or stronger, or even with the gymnastics stuff that we do here. I mean, I had never been able to do like a ring muscle up before in my life, or a muscle up in my life. And just in the last year, it's totally transformed my body and the way that I view fitness. And yeah, it's just been crazy. But I think in the beginning, I really had to take a whole lot of, I guess I had to humble myself a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, because I'm the kind of guy that wants to come in and lift all the weights and be the strongest
That's
person.
funny.
And so,
Well, because you were used to get all the gains, right?
Exactly.
And the weight room.
Exactly. And I think one of the biggest lessons I learned here is to really focus on technique and really trust the process of this gym. It's like you start out slow, but if you really pay attention to technique and form, you really can go a lot further than just like by muscling it out.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And I think I've had a lot of people who've been kind of in that weight room realm where they feel like maybe they're going to lose something when they try something like CrossFit. What
Yeah.
would you tell those people?
I would
Did you
say,
lose anything?
I didn't lose anything. I only got stronger, I promise.
Okay.
I mean, whereas like I might not be able to like bench 500 pounds, I can do a whole lot more than bench now.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Yeah.
Like you were mentioning, muscle ups, gymnastic skills.
Yeah.
We do a lot of Olympic lifting here, so there are those kind of dynamic barbell movements that we do a lot of.
Yeah.
Cardiovascular.
Exactly.
Not a lot of that going on in the weight room.
Not a whole lot of that. I will say that even though we don't deadlift like 3 times a week like I would do in a normal training schedule, I'm just as strong in my deadlift.
Yeah.
As,
Wow.
and in my squat as just training regularly.
Yeah. That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah.
So I know you've done, we posted a picture earlier, you've done the Spartan race, and you've done other races. Tell us about those.
Yeah,
Different kinds.
I've done marathons. I've done half marathons. I do a lot of outdoor. I do climb mountains on the weekends or snowshoe. Not really climb mountains, but like snowshoe around the area, which I mean it's amazing around here.
Yeah.
So.
So someone who is maybe real active, weekend warrior, out hiking, things like that, do you think they would benefit from doing CrossFit?
Oh yeah.
Or have you benefited from doing CrossFit?
Absolutely. I'm never when I'm out on the mountains or when I'm out for a jog. Like last year when I did my marathon, I actually didn't train.
Crazy.
I didn't train running the whole time.
Yeah.
And when I did marathon, I did it under 4 hours. So.
That's crazy.
So.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So would you say that CrossFit helped to prepare you for the rigorous activity of a marathon? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
I can't even imagine doing a marathon. I don't think I ever would want to do that. But if you want to run a marathon, you could do CrossFit and that would prepare you.
Absolutely.
I remember, yeah. And then shortly after you did a half marathon, and then you've done a lot of these obstacle courses. I remember Dan was on our team, and it was cool because we all did rope climbs, and so many people who were there couldn't do rope climbs, and the CrossFit team, we were just like doot 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 doot, and then we just go on to the next thing. So that was very cool, you know, and running through all the different terrain, all the different things that any of you who've done those obstacle courses know that there's a lot of different stuff, and fun stuff, hard stuff, easy stuff, and it was just very cool. So now, we're getting ready for open season. For those of you who don't know what that is, in CrossFit land, that's a 5-week time period of competition where everyone in the whole world in CrossFit land who signs up competes against each other in workouts that are the exact same for everybody. There are RX and scaled versions of the workouts, and so each athlete can pick those accordingly. They are different according to different age groups also. And so we're getting ready to start that next week. And I think this is Dan's first open season.
One.
And so how do you feel about that coming up?
I'm nervous for sure, but I'm excited about it. You know, I feel like I've really put in the time to, you know, really get as much skill as I can coming into it. I feel like this gym has really prepared me to be ready for it.
It's an exciting time. I don't think that, you know, the regular gym where you would go work out at would have a 5-week competition, would they?
Definitely
not. So that's something that is unique about CrossFit, something that I've always loved. You know, you mentioned the community, and that's another thing that kind of brings everyone together is doing these weekly workouts. You know, we have judges that you know, look at the athletes as they're doing their workouts, making sure that they meet the requirements of the movements. And a lot of times it's coaches or other athletes who are judging you, who've gone through a judge's course. And so it's a really great way to kind of bring camaraderie and, you know, push people a little bit to achieve those physical goals that they've wanted to achieve. And yeah, I can't say I ever got that at any other gym that I went to prior to CrossFit. I don't think the local gyms that have all the machines do that. Never saw that. So I mean, that's something that's unique to CrossFit, and it's really exciting for us here. Like I said, it starts next week for us, and I might have to turn these videos into a little bit more kind of open focused, maybe highlight some of our athletes who are participating in the open and kind of walk through the journey with them. I know Dan's never experienced it yet, but he's in for a real treat. So it's going to be great. I love it. I've done it. We've hosted the open here at Truth Fitness, CrossFit Puyallup, since 2012 was the first one that we had the open for CrossFit. So it's very exciting. So what would you, if you were to, you know, talk to your friends or meet someone or whoever's watching here, and they are wondering like if they should start or try CrossFit. In fact, I know your sister just came, so maybe this was some of the things you told her. Or should they go and get fit first before they try to come here? What would you tell them, those people who are like, well, I'm going to join the Purple Gym down the street and get fit before I go try CrossFit with you, Dan? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that I think CrossFit is probably the best place to go to start getting fit in general, because they teach you, especially this gym, teaches you proper form, proper technique, and makes you feel comfortable with starting out, because they will scale no matter what fitness level you're at, they will scale it to whatever your ability is.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm excited for my sister to come and do this, because she is nervous in other gyms, but I think she would feel...
It's kind of nerve-wracking, like just kind of go in there, no one's there to really answer questions.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, whereas like other gyms, like, you just kind of go in there and you're kind of guessing around, like, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I do this? And you just kind of like play around with machines, or like, I don't know, just do whatever. Yeah. CrossFit really helps you build a great understanding of fitness and how to get fit and how to stay fit.
Yeah, and you don't have to think of it yourself. We already have the plan and how to get there. You just have to do what we tell you to do.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people. Like, once I walk into the gym, I don't have to think. They tell me what to do. So
that's
I love that about it.
You know, you kind of talked about that you started a new job. You know, and that I know that takes a lot of time, a lot of hours. You were talking about studying now. You know, coming into a gym like this and not having to worry about what your workout is, how does that help you in your job or relieve you from stress in your job? You know, what does that do for you? Because people are worried, like, oh, I don't have time, or my job is too active, or I work too many hours.
Oh, I mean, I do physical labor, so I have I feel tired before I come in. A lot of
times. That's good to know. You know.
But,
even today, when you walked in, you know, I was wondering, you know, you said you were like falling asleep, you were studying, you know?
Right now I'm studying for my journeyman's license, and so it's just taking up a lot of time, plus I have to go to work, and it's just, for me, coming into CrossFit brings like sort of a refuge for me. It helps you bring energy, like talking, I mean, the community of people really helps me to like get re-energized, and just the workouts help re-energize
Yeah,
me for
yeah.
the rest of my day. I get more energy by being a part of.
Yeah, that is
Yes,
one thing that
for
I hope
sure.
that people can really realize. I've had a lot of guests that I've talked to that say the same thing. I know that you get really tired, but when you come in and you get a workout done, like you do, you get re-energized. And it's weird, you know, I mean, all we can do is just tell you from personal experience, you know, and I see it too with you and a lot of our other athletes who maybe they're in construction jobs, you know, very hard physical labor for 10, 12 hours a day, and they come in here and then they leave feeling more energized.
Absolutely.
I know it seems weird, but it's true.
Yeah, it's definitely works. It's just crazy how it just re-energizes you, and it's just
Yeah.
all I have to do is just drag myself through that door, and
Yeah.
I will improve, and I will get better, and I'll have more energy. So
Yeah, and it's worked.
It works.
We're a year in.
Absolutely.
So if you guys are interested in maybe some more energy, maybe you work a lot of hours in a very physical job, but it's just not doing it for you at the gym, come see us. We do beginners courses at the beginning of every month. We have just started our February one. We have another one starting in March. Please send us a message, get connected with us, come down and see the gym, come down and see Dan. You can watch him compete in the open.
Please do.
Just come see what it's all about. You're going to see lots of different people here, all different ages and sizes and fitness levels. And we just want to encourage you guys to try something new because it will literally change your life. And we just want to be here for you. So thanks for watching our video and hearing about Dan's story, and check out our YouTube channel for some more testimonial videos that you can share with your friends and get encouraged to come on in. So thanks guys, have a great day.
Thank you.